Hi guys, today we're looking at area again, and this time we're looking at area of complex shapes or composite shapes. So complex or composite shapes are made up of the areas we already know, like rectangles and triangles, and they're a combination of those shapes. So in our first example it says Zodwa was asked to find the area of this composite shape. So they've broken this area up into a rectangle and a triangle. So they use this 6 over here to subtract from the 13 to give a value of 7 for the base of the triangle. And we use the area formula for the triangle. So we say a half base times height, or we can say base times height divided by 2. Remember, that's the same. So we say 7 times 8 divided by 2, and that gives us 28 meters squared. She then also has to calculate the rectangle, which is a 13 by 7, and that gives her 91 meters squared, or square meters, whichever way you want to say it. And when she adds them together, she gets the area of this composite shape, which is 119 square meters. So in the next example, we are shown how we can take two shapes away from each other to create a shaded area. Here is an outside square and an inside square, and when you subtract this inside square, like you're cutting out a piece of paper, you get what is left behind, which is your shaded area. So the outside square is a 6 by 6, giving us 36 square centimeters, and the inside is a 4 by 4, giving us 16 square centimeters, and when you subtract them, you get the area of this shaded part, which is 20 centimeters squared. In our next question, the first one that I've asked you to do, question 1a, we are given two rectangles, and the small inside rectangle has been subtracted from this big outside rectangle to leave this yellow shaded part. So if we work out the area of the outside rectangle, saying length times breadth, and then we work out the area of the inside rectangle, saying length times breadth, if we subtract the inside one from the outside one, we will get the value of the shaded yellow area, which is 36 centimeters squared. Our next question is a combination of a triangle and a square on the inside, and they ask for the blue shaded area, so they've subtracted the value of the area of the square on the inside from the area of the triangle on the outside. Remember, when we calculate the area of a triangle, we must use the triangle's perpendicular height. Even if that falls outside of the triangle, so long as it reaches the top, it's the same length from the top of the triangle right down to its base. That is the vertical height of your triangle. So we say area is equal to base times height divided by 2. The base is 18, the height is 21. Divided by 2 gives us 189 centimeters squared. We then calculate the area of the square, saying it's 2 squared. And that gives us 4. When we subtract the square from the triangle, we get 185 centimeters squared. The next three questions, C, D, and E, I'm sure you can manage on your own. I've just given you some hints on how to start. So the first one, we're looking at the shaded area in pink, which means that you've taken a rectangle, the green one, and subtracted the area of this little triangle here. As long as you use the correct formulas and sub in the correct values, you should get to the correct answer. For the next one, again, we've used a rectangle. You've subtracted from that this area of the triangle. So the area formula for rectangle is length times breadth, and for triangle is base times height divided by 2. And when you subtract them, you'll get the value of the area of this shaded shape. Again, for question E, we have a rectangle, and you subtract the rectangle from the inside of it. So length times breadth for the pink rectangle, and length times breadth for the blue rectangle. Okay, so here we get on to question 7. I've labeled it extension work because these questions, A is alright, but B, C, D, and E are a little bit more challenging. So just have a look, see how much of it you can do. And if you're not understanding it, don't worry, we will recap it when we get back to school. So firstly, we've got two shapes that are added together here. This shape over here, because this line is indicated as the same length as that line, this is a square, so we can label that 2 meters. And to calculate that area, we say 2 by 2, which is 4 square meters. This area over here is a rectangle, and it's the dimension 7 by 3. Multiplied together gives us 21 square meters. For the total area, we add them together to get 25 square meters. So these are the challenging questions I was referring to. I hope some of you will try them, but before we start, we have to take a very good look at this diagram and try to figure out what on earth is going on. Obviously, mine looks even more complicated than yours because I've added a lot of values to it, but as you go along, I'm sure you're going to add values to yours as well. So the first thing we want to know is how long is this little triangle's base over here? Because we're going to break it up into a rectangle, a square, and 2 triangles. So we need the value of the base. We know that the perpendicular height is 6, but to get this little part over here, if we look at the bottom, this is a 13, which means this is a 13, and this is a 5, given on your diagram. So from the right-hand side of this picture all the way to the left-hand side of this picture, it must be the value of 13 plus 5. So if we go over to the top here, we're given that this length is the same as that length because it's got the same markings on it. And so if this is 13, well then this little missing piece here must be 5. And using matching lengths over here, if this is horizontal, if this is parallel to that, then this is also going to be 5. And so I've helped you out with your first little triangle there. You need a 5 by 6 for that triangle. Then this was quite straightforward. Those lengths didn't change. That was given to you as 6 and that was given to you as 13 because of that marking. So that's your second area. Your third area was also quite easy. That was given to you as 5 and that was given to you as 5, so it's a 5 by 5 square. The only other challenge in this was this little triangle here. So it looks quite deceiving because this is given to you as 5, and even though this looks like the same length, it's not 5. So how did I get to 9? If you look at this line here, it tells you this whole length is 20. If we match up all the other vertical lengths we've been given, we've got 6 over here and 5 over here. So this length from there to there is 11. So what remains to get up to 20 is this 9 over here. So this is the value of 9 to make up to all the way up to 20 over there. So that's how I get this fourth little shape here of a 5 by 9. Remembering to use the correct formulas. So for a triangle, it's base times height divided by 2. For a rectangle, it is length times breadth. A square is length squared, or you can say length times breadth. It doesn't really matter. And for the area of the last triangle, base times height divided by 2. Add them all up and you should get 140,5 millimeters squared. This next question is also a challenge. So I've given you some assistance here. I've said this little line, which is this little line here, is the first part we need to work out. And to find out this length, we take this bottom length of 21 and we subtract from it this 7 and this 7 to find out that this middle part is also 7. So if we take this line and transfer it up to here, we get that this part from here to here is 7, which means if this whole length is 13 and it's equally spaced there and there, then we've got a 3 and a 3 on each side. So the assistance I've given you in this question is I've shown you that these triangles here are 3 by 12s. There's 2 of those. Then we have a rectangle which is a 7 by 12, and then we have the last rectangle here which is a 21 by 8. And if you add those areas up, you should get to the answer. Have a look on the memo at the tomorrow to see what the answer is. So this is our last question, and I want to leave this as a problem-solving exercise for those who'd like it. If this is too tricky and you don't understand, you can leave it, but have a look and see how much of it you can work out. I've helped you out a little bit here, showing you this length all the way across here should be 36. If I add 24 to 12, the whole horizontal length of this shape is 36. which will then help you to solve what the base of this triangle is over here. That's all I'm going to say. Enjoy it and use the memo to mark it tomorrow.